The bed looks cold and disheveled. You turn away.
I'll print. Nothing, I'm afraid. I'll be...
Bagman gestures wildly on the television screen. The sounds.
Operant. Forewarned is forearmed. Take your pick. We're nominally in the developed world. That's Amter's home pitch. By that same token, Portaferro was a Lusian penal colony for a long while. Some people think the Weeping Eye are lurking around every corner.
He tilts his head, a playful glee in his eyes.
The techno-fascists are really treating the place like they own it again. Operating out in the open like that suggests confidence, I'd say. Music, not really my area. Spotted a couple teenagers in elaborate costumes. Seem to be fans of some kind. I'd say they're your source.
He takes the disc and adjusts his glasses to get a closer look.
Two things stand out. First, this is an unusual format. Einzelton. Not just standard consumer fare. Is that right? Solid stagecraft, I'd say. The artist, Ultravioletta, the Lusian electro-pop singer. Gone missing, so they say. Unfortunate sauce is that. Still, better than none. You, but from a dream. No, nothing at all. Local television personality, though his accent suggests origins in the People's Republics. Lavendy, I'd say.
The PR Lavendy, the less socially developed neighbor of the PR Kohila.
Obviously a lunatic, an addict of some sort. I'd keep my distance, were I you. He's got a glorified rat hole in the housing campaign. Calls it his Fortress Studio. Across the rooftops, I think. Please, operate. There's cavorting with the genius loci, and then there's wrapping your mouth around a raw sewage line. That said, he's got tens of thousands of regular viewers. Not bad for public access. Only what's in his red folder? Do you want to hear it?
With a great sigh, the man leans back in the booth and closes his eyes. And opens his memory house, an old remembrances trick.
Novessa born, graduate of the Polytechniker. No partner or dependents, of course. Father was a noted cosmonaut, taught life sciences before his recruitment. Cryptonyms are never so arbitrary as they're meant to be. When it comes to names, the mind demands something that sticks. Stiglitz, Tomas,
The old man's eyelids flutter as he continues.
No remark-worthy sexual tendencies. High attention to detail. A mild allergy to his own sweat. Occasional flashes of grandiosity. That last point may sound familiar. You were chosen because his skill sheet was thought to complement your own. How that translates interpersonally. More for you to say. It's certainly pretty for you to think so, and convenient that you'll never find out for certain. And recitation. No such thing in my experience. It? That ineffable, inexplicable quality essential to success in theater. Frequently discussed, rarely demonstrated. Not that, it. If you can't even tell the difference, you're off to a poor start, I'd say. Maybe so. In that case, no need to trouble yourself any further. Till next time, operand.
Hello again. What'll it be? Alright. I need you collecting empties, soaping up, rinsing, drying. Got it?
You scoop a pile of empty glasses into your arms, lugging them through the crowd and back to the deep industrial sink. You hold your cool as the glasses rattle, attracting the attention of a few worried onlookers. The trick you find is to just go slowly and wait for the drunks to stumble out of the way. As soon as you've got them clean, another table beckons you to collect another set. They seem to wave to you from every angle, always asking, no, demanding your attention. You keep going until there are no more glasses to gather. Before you know it, the patrons are clearing out, and another 4 hours have passed.
That was a busy one. Nice job. Drink up. We close soon.
A monolith of gleaming beverages, encased in glass and light. Strange patterns and vivid colors abound. One catches your eye in particular, a striking red and black can marked Heifer Red and Black Special Edition. Delicious scarcity. Obtain. Automated, unfeeling commerce stares back at you. It is no coincidence that the contraption before you mirrors the proportions of a coffin. The machine doesn't care about your financial situation. Either it receives your money, or you do not exist. The coins vanish with a jangle. Nothing happens. Nothing. Something rattles within the machine's guts. The coffees sway gently. None fall from their rack. Your hands glimpse the machine's full weight as it rocks back and forth. Still, it does not give up the red and black special edition coffee. And possibly every round. Heifer red and black special editions are lined up behind the sheet of glass. So close, yet so distant. Heifer red and black special. Heifer red and... Heifer red and... Enduring the weight of its own contradictions has left the extortion apparatus vulnerable. Subjugate it. That hurt a lot. Expect mild bruising. Disregard pain. A blow has been struck. The people emboldened. The serpentine coil of metal jutters into life, then the coffee drops into the dispenser like a small dead animal. The coffee can feels like Vic.
You're not Portaferan.
As he addresses you, the gazes of his two table mates veer towards you, like cataractic headlights.
Foreigners always have the best stories, much more interesting than the local fauna. And you? You're a long way from Marcia.
What happened, sugar tits? You get lost? Or are you just looking for company?
Kill this lecherous geriatric.
Fair warning. Between us, we've only got a few salt to our names.
Animals. That's how it is with most pilots, though. Here.
More than a courtesy. He's establishing hierarchies. You and him, human. His companions, subhuman.
Because I am an animal too.
The old man shrugs and drinks it himself.
We're all strangers in this city. Why don't you join us? We've got nothing better to do. At least until the phone hugger over there fucks off or dies.
Not 10 meters away, a young man clutches the payphone to his ear, whispering urgently.
Ex-pilots. Does Joe there look like he could get anything up, let alone a plane? Loud Joe. He doesn't talk much. I'm Pigeon. That's Slava over there.
Slava used to be the name of a fishing port company out of the north. My main cargo for a while. Packages stunk to high hell.
Guess.
A dirty little city bird. A winged rat.
Sure, why not?
Man's got no compass. Him couldn't make it to the payphone without using radar.
Joke's on you all anyway. I never minded pigeons. Tough little fuckers.
I did clockwork freight. Perishable goods, fruits, marrow fish, whatever spoils quick.
Military. Laojiao was what they call a lamprey, people smuggler.
Coyote of the seas.
Zhao ran low-altitude missions in and out of the territories for, what, 10 years?
Territories meaning, in this case, the Luz's island states. Briefly independent, now re-annexed.
Just high risk. The only reward is what happens to you when you get caught.
Lao Zhuao just stares at you, his mouth twisted into a humorless grin.
Of course, a more technical pilot might have made it out, but...
Officially, we're Lusian.
We're exiles. The reunion came for us, we came here.
The laughter leaves in its wake something like conversational scar tissue. The reunion, the Luz's grand annexation campaign. Slow, legal, often bloody. A creeping tide reclaiming every few years one more of their old colonies.
If it is, I won't be around to see it. Liver's on its way out. Cancer will get me before the Lusians do. Working on it. Cheers.
A few hundred brain cells pleasantly fizzle out in unison.
Anyway, you're the foreigner here, Mercia, so you tell us. The Lucians think they'll be here anytime soon?
Hear that? Smart and good looking.
Either way, that's for you lot to worry about. I'm out the door.
Well, I still have my tenantry passport. Stamped and all. Could fly back any day.
A particularly brutal annexation. The tenantries were razed almost to the ground. What remains is a shrunken capital surrounded by non-arable land.
Oh, sure. And end up like Joe here? Or worse?
He spreads his mouth open in a vast, unpleasant grin. A joke in poor taste. The stamped passport for a country that no longer exists. The pilots exchange a look in silence.
Tell you what, Messiah. You grease my gullet. I'll tell you some fucked up stories.
You know what he means, but you can't help it. An apple-sized dollop of lard melts between hand and chest as you massage grey tufted folds of old skin.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips.
He nods gruffly.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips. It's got a couple things to recommend it, eh?
It's a bit shit, but it's fine.
You picture the words in bold on the cover of the world's least enthusiastic travel brochure.
Oh, you got some real friendly locals. Skilled, too.
You'd be happy to live on a trash heap as long as you got to keep your phone sex, wouldn't you?
He means the Miracle Line. They're regulars. All of them.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips. Just another foreign money, man. City's been full of them lately.
Stuck-up little shit. Strolled in one evening, couple of nights back, picked up the phone and hasn't let go of it since.
That was a growl, not an attempt to speak. He would be making the same noise if he could talk.
Who cares, sugar? No one in a suit ever did any real work.
Come on, foreign money men in this city? Empty, obviously.
Wherever there is money, the bloody hand of transnational capital is never far away.
We all want our turn, sugar. He's here every damn day. Stays on the line for hours. Doesn't care one bit if anyone else has had a turn or not. Only shuffles off once the sun sets. What are we going to do? Fight him? Even if somebody pummeled him half to death, he'd feel nothing. He's an empty suit. Not even the decency to be sad.
It may have been the techno-fascists that destroyed his homeland, but it's the entrepreneurial types that his disdain is really reserved for.
Let him rot in wealth.
He's not rich, Slava. He just works for rich people. Ignore them, Mercier. They have no idea how money works. From the superblock, eh? Interesting. But no.
I would say ask the Duchess herself, but she doesn't talk about clients with other clients. She's professional like that.
He knows because he's tried.
Can't say anyone like that struck me, but a lot of people use the phone line. The only reason why we really notice the hugger is because he refuses to leave.
Pseudopod. It's as though he had been as much of a non-person when he was alive as he is now.
Sure do, sweetheart. The good Dr. Hugo's on his houseboat right there.
The one called Zhao points to the path behind him, along the water's edge.
Reassuring to know that no matter how hot and heavy it gets, we're only 10 feet away from resuscitation. Please, sugar. We can't deal with any more competition. The money man has us down to quickies.
It's always connected, that's what. No dialing, no choice to call anyone else. You pick up that phone over there, done. She's there.
Duchess. There isn't one. You call, Duchess answers. Simple, beautiful.
It's not just that, though. Whatever you like, whatever happens to be a thing, she has a way of finding it. People just open up to her.
A tremendous honeypot, in other words, waiting to be tapped. You could not rule out the possibility that she is a spy, that the vein has already been tapped.
Why does everything have to be about money these days?
Mild generalized discomfort. You have pointed out the elephant in the room.
If it is about money, it's not in any way that concerns us. Line's been free for as long as anyone can remember.
They act like the issue of money is secondary to the existence of the miracle line. It's not. This is the issue itself.
Will you look at that?
Now where did a sweet thing like you pick that up?
Nice piece of memorabilia. To answer your question, you used to see a few of these floating around, but not for years. Figure it was from before that phone was permanently hooked up.
I got nothing to hide. Can't speak for Pigeon though.
Pigeon rolls his eyes and feigns indifference.
As far as I'm concerned, intruding is half the fun. Until next time, sugar.
A ladder reaches towards the upper floor, creaking as the boat rocks gently.
Excuse me. The upstairs room is private.
The doctor raises an eyebrow. He does not think it is that cold.
Welcome to the clinic. My name is Dr. Hugo. How can I help you?
The man takes a measured sip of water from a clay cup as he eyes you carefully. Behind him, shelves heaving with medical textbooks.
Yes, it's different, isn't it? I find that it is much easier to connect with my patients than it was at my old practice in Sunset.
The Sunset is an upper-class district north of Keysok. A great foe for someone of his professional stature. The heavy floorboards are spotted with motor oil and boot prints.
Yes, well, it suits my purposes well enough.
The floorboards groan. The hole scrapes the side of the canal.
Family medicine.
The sort of serene, approachable expression that is considered key to good bedside manner.
Oh.
A man stands in front of the payphone, clutching the receiver.
No. I don't even know what the phone sex injury would entail. Definitely not. I'm the one who's lucky. Of course. Yes. Of course. Of course. What can I help you with? Catatonia is an incredibly general symptom. It could be caused by anything from overdose to meningitis to a stroke. I'd need to see the patient to venture a guess.
Pseudopod will not be exposed, nor will you.
No, it would all be guesswork, which is unwise, medically or ethically.
He angles his head slightly as he looks at you impassively.
Someone would be reckless enough to diagnose a patient in absentia. I don't recommend such a doctor at all. All right, Party Alley. There's a clinic there, run by one, Gonzalo Gonza. He might be willing to help. Frankly, you two may even get along. I suppose audio could trigger some sort of neurological event, but they are exceedingly rare. More than likely, it's a coincidence. He may have sat down, put on his headphones, and then had a massive cardiac event. Substance use is also rampant in musical subcultures, I've been told.
He gives you a brief nod, and nothing else.
Without a prescription, I suppose I could sell you some melatonin tablets. Again? Yes?
He gives you a brief nod, and nothing else.
Until next time.
Unwise to your presence, a lanky young man presses the handset against his flushed cheek. It practically clings to it, like a shipwrecked survivor holding onto a piece of driftwood.
I don't know how much time we have. You have to help me fill it in.
Whatever the person on the other end of the line has to say to that, it makes the man's eyes squeeze shut and his mouth slacken in a guttural groan. The line appears to be occupied.
I can't possibly perform under these conditions. You have to make me.
This boy man has beat you to it.
The gap. I'm not even worthy to approach it on hands and knees. My little heart wouldn't be able to take it.
So this is what the miracle looks like firsthand. Yeah, Phil.
Deadlines. Yes, I'm missing them. I need to feel like it's been a very bad quarter for me.
Perversion, developed world variety. But what sort?
Please. I need to feel like my position's in jeopardy.
Wall de collage. Super 130. Looks more expensive than it feels. The man wedges his index finger between his tight collar and neck. Lanky, malnourished. His physical form is an object of abuse and neglect in equal measure. His lungs and liver foremost. You can tell by his one colour. Lanky, malnourished. His physical form is an object of abuse and neglect in equal measure. His muscles and heart, evident in his poor posture and shallow breathing, What comes to mind is a handkerchief, buffeted on a night wind, eternally in retreat from itself. On the contrary, he's been making 250k a year since he was 22, plus benefits. Already set on life's glide path, and all it cost him was his humanity. The old pilot was correct. This man works for Baytuh.
I need to know that if I don't pull this off, billions of soul worth of international loans and investments may be at risk. Tell me you'll report me to human capital if I displease our counterparties.
Now if you could just get his attention.
Oh, I think I forgot someone's title.
Yeah, Phil.
If I said I wanted you to touch me, where would you do it? Would it hurt? She thinks I work with the mouth breathers in the trade office. In this suit? Unbelievable. Yes, I saw your colleague hanging utterly deflated from this very payphone. It was despicable. Gah, as though I bothered to make a mental note. It was 2 days ago, evening time. Like the wretched of the earth, abandoned to shoulder a massive, indescribable burden all by himself. I could hardly look at him.
The young man turns his back to you without another word. If you want to use the phone, you're going to need to dislodge him first. No response. He's too deep in his own world.
Oh my God! You can't do that to me. But you really, really should.
With a jolt and a sharp glance, the young man pulls his shoulder away.
You know so much, and I so little. The power differential is grotesque, highly problematic. Don't change it.
Like it or not, this is indeed one of the men allowed to decide what happens in the world.
I'm your faithful dog. I know nothing. I question less.
He leans away from you, resting his forehead against the metal shell.
This is a private phone call. Please excuse yourself. I saw her talking to the old pilots earlier. They must have sent her to listen in. Do I want her to watch? Oh, maybe, in theory, but you should see the way she's dressed. Her coat, it's see-through like a grocery bag.
He eyes you over his shoulder.
I asked you politely once. Now kindly wait your fucking turn.
Tell me that kind of language is unacceptable. It's the influence of the gap. I hardly recognize myself anymore.
He can barely keep still, visibly shaking, but also contorting himself into bizarre body knots as he talks.
Its dimensions, totally unknown, unknowable even. And yet it demands that I plan around it.
He drops his voice to a whisper, seemingly aware of your presence. He wheels around and faces you.
The fuck are you doing? Are you stalking me? Questions? Do I look like a man who has time for questions? Nothing. I just ably defeated one of the local lumpen prole. Nothing compared to the mysterious gap. I've got to go. I'll call you again, when it's safe.
With that, the man gently sets the handset back in its cradle and slinks off into the city. Now's your chance to see what this miracle line is all about. The now unoccupied payphone stands half embedded in a concrete pedestal, its frame weather-stained and dulled.
You can talk privately, as long as you keep your voice down. The box is scrubbed of the usual flyers and graffiti, leaving streaks of adhesive and permanent marker behind. The coin slot has been aggressively papered over. Cracked receiver and yellowed plastic. At least a decade, you assume. A faded sticker draws your attention. An advertisement for a local ferry schedule. The year, 82. Stretched too many times. Coils slacken near the base, but someone's wound a rubber band to keep them tight. Something catches your eye. Beneath the grime, the metal surface ripples like something's trapped underneath. The grime yields in oily streaks. Slowly a shape emerges, rounded and friendly. A dolphin, embossed into the chassis. The engraving's shallow, eroded by years of neglect but legible. 1F7G35-94X12, the serial number. Only one way to find out. Head to Party Alley.
With luck, it'll pull down the line signature. You relax your posture and take a step back. You turn your attention back to the city.
I don't know how you managed to kick the hogger off the phone, Monsieur, but we owe you a drink.
The characteristic taste of Portofiero's local schnapps is as foul as ever. Its effect is soothing.
What brings you back here?
Until next time, sugar.
You step up to the terminal again. Line diagnostic mode. Enter landline identifier to proceed. Line ID. Line diag node 04P03. Tone OK. Status. Active uptime. 8,132,440 minutes. Route map. Trunk A02. Keysock hub 3. Exit 9. Loop length 2.7 kilometers. Voltage minus 51.3 VDC. Current 21.6 MA. Load coef normal 0.91. Pair ID 7C12T. Tone frequency 1.024 kHz. You're not sure how yet, but the wealth of details should prove useful. Voltage. You're not sure how yet, but the wealth of details should prove useful. Available commands. 1. Line diag. You know, for monitoring trunks. Only one way to find out. Based on the available options, this is a maintenance terminal. You might, so the name suggests. As for what kind of diagnostics, there's only one way to find out. The screen flickers.
You close the box. You approach the steel door again, this time knowing who it belongs to. You step back from the door. You stand before Tempo's door once more. It's a standard lock, pickable by the right hands. The right hands would be holding tools for lockpicking. You press the screwdriver tip against the keyhole. It doesn't seem to fit at all. This is a tough watch. Six tri-wing screws. Wrong fit, wrong size. Your driver is impotent. No answer. Silence. A brief tremor runs through the metal, but it doesn't budge. Stop. Don't enter. Don't break this seal. This doesn't have to be yours. Silence from the other side. You get no answer, no twitch or shuffle behind the metal. Yet you can sense something leaking through the door seams. Unearthing. Contamination. You step back from the door. The stool remains as haphazard as ever. You turn away.
You're back, and you still look like that.
Sure.
You're confronted by a striking image in bold red and black. A woman perched on a sofa in a simply furnished apartment. A handgun lies across her lap. On the table next to her, a beverage in an appealing slim can. In white text, contrasted against the black shadows, the words, "Safe house is anywhere." This woman is being paid to convince you it is. It's nothing like the ones they have back in the People's Republics. Heifer Red and Black Special Edition. The can is adorned with a handful of coffee beans, a sugar cane, and a splash of cream. There is no other identifier. In the developed world, advertisements no longer feature products, only vague promises of a lifestyle. A board of wooden chalk, a too small iron chair. On the blackboard, Safe House Basics. 1. There are 2 types of safe house, defensive and offensive. She knows you're watching. The shutters release captured the moment she was thinking about you. The future, the onlooker, forever. She knows that you see her. The young, capable, pretty, yet also shy and approachable classmate you imagined in your dreams. Your hand touches hers unexpectedly during small arms training at the opera's greenhouse. She blushes. The words begin to blur before your eyes. Your eyes snap back into focus. The woman, the gun, the appealing can are all as they were. Around you, the sounds of Party Alley resume. Wait, don't leave her. Take her home with you. Yes, she belongs on that big blank wall next to your bed. Dried flakes of paste drift to the pavement as you peel the advert from the wall and roll it up.
You're back, and you still look like that. So stupid. Like, what are they afraid of? That we'll see what we're missing out on and realize Portofiero's a wasteland? Too late. Everything. The whole world is moving on without us out there. No, but it's a little bit more of it every year. Not ours. Ultravioletas inoculates against the fake, the phony, and the inauthentic. She's about the radical real you.
Her partner nods emphatically, mask bobbing.
It's just TV. Who cares? There's nothing good here. And anything that is good is a giant pain to find. Like, we've been trying to get a genuine Lusian disc player for months. No luck.
The mask shakes with a derisive laugh.
Sarcasm, not very Moonglow. Whole thing is so moronic. People would be a lot happier if they were able to just have what they want.
Censorship is basically backwards rape. And that's not very Moonglow in any...
And you still look like that.
Shut him up. Now tell him what will happen when UV realizes she has such a useless gang.
Oh shit! That's totally something she'd do. No, he wouldn't let her. He loves her. Maybe even more than we do. He said he'd seen her live.
We've never seen her live. We've never seen her live, and now she's going to bite off her tongue?
Okay. He had a little mustache and a beige trench coat with weird lining. But we didn't see where he went. He could be anywhere.
We need to make an offering to Polaris. For UV.
The skin of their hands pales where they grip each other. Tight.
Sure.
You find yourself before the strange tree once more. This is Ginkgo lucifera, an old Lusian ginkgo planted widely during the expansion of the old Illuminated Empire. The exact reason escapes you at the moment. Suffice to say, wherever you see one, it means that place once belonged to Leluz. Yes, and you're still just an ape, and not even a particularly distinguished example. Time passes, but you take no note of it. Nothing much happens. Time passes, but you take no note of it. The tree sways. A tram departs with a metallic groan. You leave the old Lusian ginkgo to its business. You pick up the payphone's handset. A dolphin emblem smiles at you, its eyes wide. You press the soft plastic, feeling the curves where it meets the metal underneath. The poke sends a ripple from your fingertip through the rest of your body, resonating with pleasure. You step away from the payphone.
Not one step further, bored scum. I'll do it!
Coiled, fingering the safety latch.
I'll enjoy it too. I think I can probably come just from watching the trauma sink into your face, right before the oxygen stops reaching my brain for good. Ha! I know false concern when I see it. 3 years in pediatric oncology. So you conspicuously not talking to your little colleague out there. I know you're from the medical board, and I know he's been watching me. There is no words. If you're not bored, which you fucking are, then go and deal with the stain of narc shit lurking outside. I know that scarf of his is a fucking wire. Aha! I knew it! You are his board officer. I knew his superior would be a woman. Stench of xenophobia all over him. No one takes down Dr. Gonzalo E.S. Gonza, except Gonzalo E.S. Gonza.
His eyes flash.
Bring me one of his lying, scheming, bored narc teeth. Leave that to the medical professional. You have no idea what I can see in a tube. If I had his spleen, I could tell you how his dog mother conceived him. Here, use these. My board condemned Freibar. Because of his history of use. Primitive superstition typical of the medical board. Knew it! Narc-loving, wire-wearing scum.
Socially engineer him. The frayed wiring of his mind is all but exposed. Surely you can tinker with it.
I'll do as I very well please, bored harpy. Back for the gruesome finale. Jealousy, as far as I can tell.
In this context, jealousy translates to gross violations of medical and/or human decency.
Oh, del drama anything to get you, real or invented. They babble on about modernization, best practices, international standards. But the fact is, they shit themselves in the presence of a real doctor.
A doctor with loose morals is a useful contact to have. If you can get him to talk to you without threatening suicide, that is.
Don't try to play like you're on my side, bored scum. I'll believe nothing until you get rid of your little narc friend. What am I, your mother? Rub cocaine on it. That'll numb almost anything. Don't shit me, you wired fuck. You and whoever's listening are not going to lure me in with ethically stimulating cases again. I'm not going to fall for the oldest trick in the book, wire narc. I am admitting to nothing.
Presumably for the benefit of the wire you're not wearing.
And while we're on the record, may I just add, the albino was going to die anyway. I'll do as I very well please, bored harpy.
The boy shifts in his cocoon of mismatched fabric.
I don't know. I don't know.
Doesn't know much, this one.
I hang out like everyone else. It's normal.
You're scaring him.
What? Yeah? Tried once. He screamed at me about bored narking and threw what looked like, dunno, something supposed to be internal at me. Kidney-like. Would have been pretty cool if he wasn't such a mad freak. I know. He keeps shouting at me. He thinks I'm a narc. I'm no narc, and I got a D in biology. Ask me anything about biology, I'll get it wrong.
And what if he pretends to know less than he does? He glances up at you from the ground. His expression of furtive shame, as characteristic of puberty as the acne and fuzz on his cheek.
I'm not... He gave you that to intimidate me, yeah? Thinks I'm scared? Well, I'm not. My teeth? What for? Why not? I don't care. I've been to the dentist like 10 times. Doesn't hurt. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Take one of my teeth, yeah? Show him I don't give a fuck about his mad shit. I have my own shit going on out here. I'm on a mission. And if mission demands teeth, then fuck it. Have teeth.
Impressive. No way this kid's a board inspector. Whoever sent him is way scarier than any pencil pusher.
The teenage boy nods hesitantly as you approach. Hair standing rigid with overzealous wax, a cloud of cheap spray on citrus, and right beneath, fear.
Otherwise, she'll call me a cunt. Like always. Cool.
He doesn't know what mercurial means, you nonce.
I can't say she'll murder me.
Sounds like teen nonsense. Leave it be for now.
Yeah? Whatever. Okay. I don't know. What?
Back for the gruesome finale. Kid? That's no child. That's a 40-year-old man with a severe deformity. A girlfriend. That one. A likely story. With a genophobia so pronounced, it's a wonder he even managed to talk to you without lapsing into torrential incontinence. Aha! Genophobic board nut, true and true. I'm not budging until you get him the fact out of here. Yes. I suppose I could see it. A feat. Easy to rough up. Not mutually exclusive, however. Likely, in fact. They flipped them right there at the STD clinic. Still looks pretty whole to me. Don't you fuck with me now. Still looks pretty whole to me. I'll do as... Back for the gruesome finale. I'll do as a... Back for the gruesome finale.
A visceral call comes from inside of you, rising up metallic and hot.
What did you just say? I am ready.
The doctor's movements are somewhere between daintiness, lust, and disbelief as he places the stethoscope to your clavicle. A relic from the military coup in Murcia.
Yes. I have explored the darkest crevices of living bodies, both friend and foe, Monsieur Bullet. And I have tasted the love of which you speak. The only true love, the inside of the body, that infernal heat and butcher floor smell.
The doctor draws a deep, shuddering inhalation.
Well, at the least we know you're not medical board scum. That's between me and it, eternally. Don't worry, it spoke highly of you. Not a drop of narc blood inside.
The doctor doesn't appear any more professional behind the desk than he was on air.
Now tell me, where does it hurt? Was he intensely forgettable? Did any sense of authority flee from him like the plague? Social death sentence. Board-certified swine. There is no history. Only scientific cowardice put forward by an invertebrate with little to no experience in surgical reality. Disagree implies I grant him sentience, which I fucking do not. I regard his medical opinion the way I would a dog chewing at its own tumor. There's no point in discussing him any further. Is that what he told you? Put it this way. There was a project in which I believed us to be colleagues. While, in fact, he was sawing the floor out from under my feet the whole time. It was a dream study, backed by an astronomical grant by those MTER fuckers, ran by the both of us. I knew they were going to screw us from minute one, but I went along with it anyway. Visualization. We wanted to see what people see in their dreams. Flush with foreign cabbage, I was able to design a custom fMRI headset. More portable than those giant washing machines our rivals were using, and crucially, interlinkable. You just plug the subjects in, load them up with modafinil, and boom! Dr. Gonza's subconscious picture show. Most of the cowards are content with fisting guinea pigs or detoxifying leaf matter. The real juice is in intoxicating the population and seeing how long they survive. Clearly, you don't know the first thing about human biology. How was I going to give birth to my baby without first getting fucked a couple of times? Not one instant. I got to see the subconscious picture show. Who else gets to say that? Abruptly, and in betrayal. I got a call from Abbe one morning. There's someone in the office for you. So I come in, trustingly, like a slaughterhouse animal. And there they are. Bored. They even had the audacity to box up my belongings with their fucking claws before I arrived. Next thing I know, they're boxing me up too. Royally. And in orifices I didn't even know I had. That's why Nabe had been plotting it for ages, clearly. Having nearly missed the fucking boat once, he wanted to seize control of the study for his own purposes.
No one is safe from the threat of cold storage.
Hate is a better word for it. My theory is that dullness he exudes is the result of a fungus of some kind. A parasitic brain mold playing at the motor cortex, like a child with a joystick. Of course he didn't. He's neurologically incapable of it. Architect? A child making macaroni collages is more of an architect than that invertebrate. He was a useful idiot for those board goons. Not to mention the fungus in his brain. You want more? All right. He's a thief too, which, I'll admit, is impressive for a gastropod. That they do. That's why he's holding on to my belongings. I can picture him, polishing my equipment in his sterile little office, running his sanitized virgin fingers over surfaces that remember my touch. It sickens me. A research-grade apparatus used for advanced diagnostics. Very sophisticated, finely calibrated, for thousands of Sol. It should still be in its aluminum housing, unless that institutional hemorrhoid has decided to put it on display.
The implication is that you'll know it when you see it. Extremely ominous.
I don't know. His mind is too dull for me to penetrate. The brain fungus told him to. Probably. And give him the satisfaction of knowing he has something on me? Absolutely not. Besides, I don't trust myself not to murder him if I come within choking distance. Wait, not murder. That's for humans. You get the gist. You love drugs, right?
Your brain is constantly churning out natural neurochemicals. It's basically made of drugs. Who are you to say no?
I knew it. You've got that withered fiend look. Since you're allowed on the slug's premises, how about taking a peek, eh? Grab my things on the way out of there. I'll open my store in return. All the drugs you could want. Pharmaceutical bonanza.
2 words. Lab grade.
Yes, enough. What did the swine... Yes, enough. He's dead. Forget about him. Ah, yes. This is the ethically stimulating case you were trying to entice me with. Gonorrhea is a legitimate concern. Catatonics, they're just there. Who's the unfortunate? You know, he could just be ignoring you. Defensive thanatosis. Some men can slow their own heart rate for up to 16 hours in order to escape the women in their lives.
Better known as playing dead. Widely observed in the animal kingdom. Unheard of in humans.
So he's fully committed. Probably having a great time. Gut diagnosis screams ketamine binge, but I'm keeping an open mind. Any signs of injury, self-inflicted or otherwise? Good start. Anything else? Strange how? Ultravioletta! Well, there it is. Mystery condition solved. I didn't fucking consent to the knowledge now, did I? It's forced down your throat as soon as you step outside. This is a clear-cut case of LAS. Libidinal atrophy shutdown syndrome. Affects terminal virgins, unlaid husbands, and men exposed to overly uterine music. Tea drinkers, too.
That is definitely 100% a real condition.
No sexually satisfied man would listen to the sad shit by choice. Men are built to pursue, conquer, reproduce. Ergo, per annum, a quota of fucking must occur. His body is given up from neglect. Seen it 1,000 times.
The sheer density of misinformation delivered here could power a propaganda network for years.
And I'm confirming your intuition. That saccharine trash is absolutely 100% anathema to the male brain. You could probably survive it, though I suspect it would inflict some kind of intellectual damage on you as well.
The doctor opens a drawer and slides towards you a baggie with a small medical stamp inside.
Anti-last treatment. It'll wake up whatever's left in him to wake up. And if that doesn't work, end of the road, sister. Cut him loose. This is a proprietary formulation, soon to be patented. That's as much as I can tell you. I'm on it right now. Home recipe, mama. I can out-erect any man, anywhere, anytime, dead or not.
Put it this way. Will it help? No. Will it make his condition any worse? Also, probably not.
No man likes ultravioletta. He's buried in the depths of erotic despair. He's so far down the hole, he probably doesn't even know what happened to him. Then you know nothing of sexual melancholy. But all right, let's pretend my expertise is worth fuck all. What's your working theory, Dr. Plainface? Next time, just say you don't know. Save yourself the existential despair. Really? All I'm hearing is that you don't have a fucking clue what happened or how to help him.
Unfortunately, in the midst of all his ramblings, he has discovered a point. It's unlikely this treatment will improve Pseudopod's condition, but you might learn something from it.
Of course I really think it. I prescribed it. Easy delivery. Just let it dissolve on his tongue. Good luck to you.
The site of some kind of humanitarian catastrophe. The surface of Gonza's desk is buried under unopened envelopes, pill bottles, loose syringes, and pens. A purple horse with two heads, both smiling wide, written in green crayon above the animal. Mr. Gonza, good guy. Crayon ground down, unsteady handwriting. Two-headed creature as emotional proxy. The offer was 5, maybe 6. Thick paper, government grade, embossed seal of Portofiero's medical board. Each envelope slit open with surgical precision. A second and final warning for continued deviation from sanctioned neurological protocol and the threat of an upcoming review. You glance at the date. 6 years ago. He kept them all because he's proud. 3 used, 2 capped. The glass barrels are etched with wear. Nestled close, a lighter and a metal spoon. All labelled the same. Midazolam plus oxcarbazepine. The drawer slides open with a wheeze. Inside, a collection of branded pens, scissors rusted at the joint, a pair of latex gloves turned inside out, and a breath minting case. A dozen or so pens, all from medical conventions. Some cracked, others with logos half rubbed off. Neurosurge 78, precision is power. Cortex-Con 83, ethics in electrochemistry. Somnoloop 89, the future of sleep 7 years ago. Each pen a time capsule, a version of himself with cleaner hands and hope that already a near decade-long abyss separates him from. Capital mints, strong enough to banish the deep. The artwork, a triumphant mint in sailor boots delivering a left hook to a giant shrimp. A muted clink, the sound of something moving rather than jangling. A single black pill plops out. Hand-pressed, small-scale production if not outright clandestine. Composition, impossible to determine. Doctors have access to everything, and there's nothing you would put past this one in particular. The possibilities are boundless. A chemical bitterness unlike any you've tasted before blooms across your taste buds. A black flower opens on your tongue. Soon, sensation eclipses taste and the bitterness gives way to a kind of corrosive numbness. You haven't tried this kind of drug before. Shortness of breath, a sensation like the fret of a cramp around the muscles surrounding your chest. Just below your ribcage, unknown muscles wrench and seize. A sun of agony illuminates your whole being. You have just enough time before it hits to realize this is what going into cardiac arrest feels like. There is no light, no tunnel, no flashback or DMT trip. This really was a stupid, stupid way to die.
Real? Listen, sister. I've been a doctor since I was 12 years old. And I'll be a doctor until the day they extract the hypertrophied liver from my bloated, tumescent, sexy carcass. It was not the board that made me a doctor, and they cannot unmake me one, no matter how many degrees they annul. That's right, age 12. I came down with a fever. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and still wouldn't go down, so they sent me to the doctor. He weighs me, counts my heartbeats, whatever. And without even doing any blood work, he sends me away and says, "Go to the priest. Tell him that I said to give you the blessed smoke." Last rats is a euphemism for cowards. Of course, I didn't know that back then. My mother cried and cried, locked herself in a room and didn't even want to see me. She was crying so much, but still no one would explain to me what this fucking smoke was. So I finally get to the priest. He goes, "Oh, my child," blesses me, blows some foul-smelling shit into my face, and sends me off home to die. And that's when I realize, these people are fucking idiots! Damn right I didn't die. I went straight to the library, picked up the first book on general medicine I could find. And the young Gonza brought his fever down through hard science and sheer willpower, all the way down to stone cold, which is where I remain to this day. Never was. My poor dim-witted mother was making funeral preparations when I got home. I slept in the coffin that night, because fuck them all! They can take away my license, black, patience, numerous degrees. They've even been surprisingly effective at getting me in trouble with the law. But they can never touch 1,000 plus hours of surgical experience, multiple breakthroughs, and enough original research to fill a university textbook.
He works himself up into a bout of romantic fervor with practiced ease.
Not that you could ever publish a textbook in this backward fucking society.
Going too fast to stop himself right away.
I said they could take away my license and I would still be a doctor. And yes, they did.
Suddenly, he swipes a bottle off the table and takes a deep swig from it with needless violence.
No, sorry. I'm not being selfish, it's just, you might die. My own brand. Ethyl snatched from the jaws of methanol. And just a dash of formaldehyde for the kick. We're all dead in life, Mama. Formaldehyde is just how you preserve the tissue. Disgraced! What? You think it's... Yes. A disgraced doctor. That's exactly what I am. A disgraced doctor peddling the drugs that are the last surviving relic of my profession. I told you, bring me back my personal effects and I'll hook you up with so many drugs you'll forget you were ever a person. Meantime, you can watch me do some, if you want. Contact high, vicarious living, because it's sexy. I don't judge, Mama.
He tips it over onto the desk and rails the miniature mountain without even cutting it into lines.
Fuck me!
This is horrible. This just makes you want drugs even more. A failure of imagination. You just feel left out. If anything, you sober up. The sight of some kind of humanitarian catastrophe. The surface of Gonza's desk is buried under unopened envelopes, pill bottles, a purple crayon ground. The offer was 5. Thick paper. A second and final warning for continued deviation from... You glance at the... He kept them all because he's... Free you. Midazolam plus... The drawer slides open with a wing. A dozen or so pens. All somnolent. Each pen a time capsule. Capital mince. A single... Hand-pressed. Small-scale production if not... Doctors have access to everything. And there's nothing you would put past this one in particular. The possibilities are boundless. A chemical bitterness unlike any you've tasted before blooms across your taste buds. Even as you spit out the black mint, you can feel your mouth begin to numb and stiffen, some kind of muscular side effect. The rest of the desk leans forward. You turn away from the ruins of Gonza's life and profession. You return to your double's limp body. You slip the tab into his mouth. It feels dry, hot, and deeply wrong. The medication swims through his body, drawn with every breath, every beat of his heart, searching for the right pathways. There's something wrong. Nothing is happening. No movement, no reaction. Lungs exhale, hair grows. Nothing remarkable happens. The rhythm of Pseudopod's pulse dances like code against your fingers, speaking the truth. Thump, thump, thump. A dead heart. You take out your lighter, press the flint wheel to its familiar groove in your thumb. It strikes, first time. His pupils do not contract. His pulse does not change. Nothing. A ripple of goosebumps across your back. In the absence of immediate danger, the fear crosses you only delicately. A whisper upon your neck. This is not an unconscious body.
It is a breathing corpse. Peeling wallpaper hangs above your bed, uninspiring. Faded patterns, a great void of expression. The wall could easily host a pattern or a picture, should you have something suitable. Have you ever considered engaging with the visual arts? Before embarking on this distraction from your assignment operand, consider the risks inherent to self-expression. The woman and her coffee watch over you, mysterious, knowing. You step back and survey your decorative efforts so far, paper on paper dwarfed by the enormity of the void that surrounds it. You've been starved of art, of colour, of life for 5 years. It's more than nice. A sense of composure brittles through you, strengthening your resolve. The wall feels less dreary as you turn away from it.
You feel that rattling around inside you? It wasn't fuck you, AIDS. It's part of you. Part with fangs, claws, nasty glowing eyes and all that. The animal within. It's been caged down there for years, sticking its snout in the lightless dirt, licking the insides of aluminium cans. You are an animal. The divide between human and beast is an illusion. Stops you unlocking your full potential. Your connection with primal impulses and power.
There are times when an operant's humanity prevents them from getting the job done.
Throw open the cage. Let the beast come forward in all its stinking, biting glory. The animal is out.
The bed welcomes you for a soft slumber. The murmurs of Portofino fade into nothing, as do you. You return to your doubles. Bagman gestures the sound.
I'll print.
Nothing, I'm afraid. I'll be here.
Hello, again. I'd hardly call Gonzalo up here. I hope he was on his best behavior.
There's no telling what Gonza's behavioral baseline is.
Gonzalo was and is perfectly capable of sabotaging himself without my assistance.
Under the air of affected dismissal, the accusation cuts.
I'd rather not get into it, if you don't mind. Tell Gonzalo he can forget about this plaything. I was clear last time he called. He didn't tell you what these effects are, did he? Technically, it is a medical training dummy. He had it custom made. What need does he have for it anyway? He shouldn't even be practicing anymore. Whatever pathology is at play, I want no part of it. Gonzalo is many things. A narcissist, a junkie, an embarrassment to modern science. But he wouldn't spend his time like this. That is not Gonza's. That's a legitimate medical training device. I keep Gonza's monstrosity well out of sight of my patients. I store it upstairs in the spare room, so I don't have to look at it. I'm afraid not. That area is private. I've considered it. The sort of disposal feels worse somehow. No, not a chance.
It wouldn't be terribly hard to fetch it yourself later tonight. A little breaking and entering practice, for old time's sake.
Until next time.
The hoglets are still grunting merrily among the urban detritus. One of the piglets looks up from her snufflings with round, hairy interest. You pull your tongue to the roof of your mouth and oink. You oink long, deep, building into a crescendo of primal hoggishness that no one could deny. The piggies raise their snouts and join you, each of you calling to the city. This is it. You're doing it. This is the howl of the boar. You throw your head back and oink. Your siblings join you, serenading the city once more with your low, rumbling voices. The boar chorus oinks triumphantly for your departure.
Where'd you get a carabinero hat, miss? You shouldn't be wearing that. Could cause confusion. Not something I can arrest you for, no. But if you impersonate any kind of law official at an actual crime scene or become a nuisance, then you could end up in court. Best if you remove it when out in public. Nothing to worry about then. Can't say I'm familiar with the name.
He's not trying to hide the truth. He's staying out of it on account of the uniform.
I still don't know him. Were I aware of anyone conducting illicit business, formalities would be expected. Paperwork, licensing, inspections. It'd be my responsibility to report all inconsistencies. The kid's still showing that photograph to anyone walking by, is she? He is.
A tinge of affection.
She tell you about the whole payphone thing too? The one her dad was obsessed with? Shit. Where? No, wait. Do not tell me that. Just... is he... Alright. Fuck me. Did you tell the kid? Shit. That poor girl. It changes nothing. Sometimes it is better not to know. Yeah.
The GM gives you the most cursory of nods. You stand before Tempo's door once more. You step back. The gate stands before you, still locked. The gate. The man doesn't react or turn as you approach, your feet echoing off the high metal. Don't look now, but you can see through the metal floor, all the way down.
I saw you by that fire exit. You even went in.
An implicit accusation there.
Pardon me, but you left the door open. It's been maddening to watch. It's a flagrant disregard for safety. It's made it quite hard to enjoy the view. If you get the chance, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Still, you've come a long way. Fortunately, the view just about compensates.
Perhaps.
The fire exit remains ajar, all wedged into the crack. You open the door and climb the spotlit stairs once again. You open the Renotel distribution panel once more. Pressing the on button sees the old terminal coax itself awake once again. This is not the first time you've hacked into a phone terminal, though it is the first time you haven't been able to delegate the task to Asset Radian.
Machines are simple, Harsh. Just got to know what commands to give them, and they do the rest for you.
Radian's fingers danced, each input a new incantation, the ember of his blunt pulsing with every keystroke, a sorcerer within his haze. There was one piece of advice you remember him giving you for times like these.
If you ever get stuck, you do what you do when among human company. Ask for help. You can literally type it in.
3 possible inputs, cold and toneless, flicker up on the screen. 1, network. 2, diagnostics. 3, quit.
Quit. Definitely quit. Loading network. Pixels wink in and out of existence before slowly etching themselves into something larger. A chaos of blinking black squares, apparently random, and yet cohering into a shape that stirs something in your mind. Before you, Portofiero's wireless network, a constellation of flickering nodes floating in a landless void. Dormant stars waiting for ignition. You're one of the blinking pixels. That much is clear. Which one, though? The mess of black squares swims before your eyes. You have no idea. You look to a region of the map where only a few scattered pixels blink amid stretches of empty screen. The densely populated heart of the city, where terminals pile on top of each other, dozens to a square meter. Renotel Diagnostics is intended for official personnel only. Input external device to continue. That Renotel technician you met earlier was carrying a device. Must be that. Goodbye.
The fire exit remains ajar, all wedged into the crack. You raise your hand to wave at the engineer on his pylon. He waves back.
You've come back.
I'm being punished. My employer has placed me in an impossible position.
A faded patch sewn into his trousers, below the pocket. Twin black lines set against a yellow background. Carril de Portofino, the oldest transit company in the city.
I'm a safety inspector, watching the lines. As you might have noticed, this pylon is under construction, technically. It's my role to ensure the lines and pylons are all built according to code. And this line, Line 9, will never be finished.
Line 9. The same line the man by the aerotram station was told to wait for.
Where to start? This pylon's angle deviated more than expected as the concrete set. Hazardous near water. Shouldn't have skimped on materials. Then there are the clearance issues. The party alley rooftops are higher than the building department's official records.
These aerotrams would shear those right off.
Since the last round of enter stabilization, they've been trying to force us lifers out. We can be fired, not easily, but they can take away the work that made us stay in the first place.
The mention of the bank makes you bristle.
I have two options. I could falsify my reports and declare Line 9 safe for construction anyway, or I could quit. Either way, the company can lose. I wasn't always. I thought about throwing myself up this pylon, right where you're standing. I used to fantasize about the GMs dragging my waterlogged corpse from the canal. Fortunately, this spot lends itself to reflection. Contemplating my punishment helped me see how to live with it.
The question is, can you live with your own?
I'm a structural engineer. I believe in stability. What Enter has brought isn't that. Their version of stabilization shifts the responsibility of managing entropy from the state to the individual. Human existence always carries entropy with it. That's inherent in the system. Social insurance, pensions, fair wages, these are measures against the entropy of living. They're also expensive.
Behind the abstractions, an unopened envelope rests on a countertop. The words, "Final Notice," stamped across its front. He glances down. The world spins slowly.
There's entropy in all systems. No living thing can avoid it entirely.
Many things. But everyone has their own definition of interesting. What's yours?
A friend of yours? Oh, all right.
I couldn't say. I'm above the bizarre, not of it. I just see the people come and go. The natural tides of commerce, boatmen unloading goods, porters delivering pallets, customers browsing. Lots of pleasing symmetries if you have the eye for it.
And that fire exit door, still open.
Depends on your definition of interest. There doesn't seem to be a driver or any crew. Sometimes the wind carries an awful noise from it up to my ear.
Terror to most.
but for those with a taste for it.
I'm afraid so. His presence offends me. That's a clearly marked fire exit. If you have the chance, I'd appreciate it if you'd remove it. Perhaps. You've come back.
Whatever thoughts you try to summon are
You've come back.
Some questions don't require thought, but the opposite. Quiet the conscious mind, and the answer comes naturally.
Fantastic. What is it?
To be surrounded by those you know and whom you've allowed to know you in return. What self could ask for more?
The pylon man turns his head ever so slightly.
Sounds more like self-pity than an objective assessment of a situation. I believe your question requires more time and experience than you've committed to it thus far. Not a criticism, simply an observation. Perhaps.
You again. Any updates on the 9? But how can that be? A gentleman from the Carabineros said it would be in service any day now.
A handsome foreigner. The Carabineros were playing a trick on him.
You'd think with all the MTER money this place has gotten, they'd have fixed their aerotrams. I can't believe this. Where I'm from, the gendarmerie are bright and civic-oriented. What am I supposed to do now? I was simply passing through on my way back home to Sundark. I had been working in Copablanco, but the work dried up. That was more than a week ago, and, well, here I am.
Despite his predicament, he's kept up with hygiene. His beard is shaved, his nails well manicured.
I'm a political economist by training. Well, not in so many words. How to put this? You're surely familiar with the concept. A somewhat rich, older lady wants a nice exotic husband without the lifelong commitment, yes? Meanwhile, a clean, well-behaved man from the periphery wants to see the world but lacks the necessary capital. The woman pays for his relocation and gains a valuable commodity. A high-quality Sunnis husband.
No twitch, no hesitation. He's reclined into that reality long ago. If a woman of means wants him over other options, that makes him a luxury. He likes that.
Where else can one find men so clean, attentive, strong, and conversant in political economy?
He seems slightly offended that you're not already familiar with the reputation of Sunni's men.
In other circumstances, I believe it could have worked out brilliantly, but alas, in my case, endogenous factors conspired to thwart my domestic bliss. What can I say? Sunnis are both practical and romantic. A man by mail, a direct order dick. There are many names for it, some more vulgar than others. I offer companionship and a fair trade. If you consider it as a set of transactions, love's really no more than an economic problem. I will tell you, madame, it was the lapdogs. All 6 of them. My betrothed, she wanted them to watch our lovemaking, my cleaning and housework, my lectures on recent advances in microfinance. Wherever I turned, there was a creature the size of a throw pillow, its black, wet eyes staring at me. At one moment, I wondered whether I was there for her pleasure or theirs. That's when I realized I need to escape Copa Blanco as soon as possible. There used to be a more direct route via Havergelia, but the border has been closed since it was re-annexed by La Luz. It's not so easy to get around as it used to be, you know. Back to Sunzak, very far from here. Maybe I'll go to work for my brother, or maybe I'll sign up for a term on the lunar mines. Really, I just want to escape the developed world.
Being sent to organize among the lunar cadmium miners is a common punishment for political offenses in the People's Republics. A man turns back to his suitcases. You keep walking.
Oh, print. That's understandable. It's that. Hardly. Of course, Oprin. That's understand. Of course, Oprin. What do you mean?
A lead weight pulls her expression downward.
My God. You're saying he's... I don't know what that means.
Shock, but we'll...
What do we do, Opprint? It was yesterday. He looked stressed. It must... No.
This isn't getting anywhere.
Pseudopod was a very... I wonder... Did he ever suspect he was talking about himself? I've never seen this before.
Meaning Pseudopod must have brought it here.
No, I don't pay attention. Perhaps it's defective.
Trying her best to be helpful.
I must say, it doesn't... Absolutely not. Nobody's been upstairs. I can assure you. Oh dear. I haven't the faintest idea.
She's dying inside. She felt a great deal of it. Your double's condition is of secondary importance.
I suppose I could move him to the spare room down here. That way I can keep an eye on him. A doctor. Dr. Hugo would help.
She doesn't respond, but looks down as her cheeks flush deep crimson.
Of course. The least I can do. I'll be here if you require... I'll print.
The one personal touch in the otherwise sterile, blank clinic. The wall has been decorated with photographs, documents, evidence of Dr. Hugo's existence. Lights glint off the glass as you read what's under them. Multiple medical school degrees and a city of Portofino license to practice.
issued by the Portofino Board of Medicine to a Hugo Hayato. The document has to be displayed by law. Operating an unlicensed clinic inside the city limits is strictly prohibited. The license is real, but it's out of date. There's a faded stamp half hidden behind the frame. The renewal date reads Octos 91. Perhaps something to confront the good doctor about. A collage of someone else's life begins to take form in front of you. Moments caught, suffocated, pinned under glass. A formal photo, class of 71. Hugo buried somewhere amongst rows of other fresh-faced new doctors. Then a newsprint clipping. Hugo receiving an award on stage. Hugo and a handsome bearded man, both grinning, their arms around each other's shoulders. The gallery continues. Hugo asleep on a pile of medical textbooks, drooling. Hugo adjusting some sort of massive medical apparatus. Hugo at patients' bedsides. He's haunted by the ghost of himself, the person he should be now, hovering just out of reach. He wouldn't have willingly given up a career that meant so much to him. Maybe he was doing surgeries drunk, or inappropriately touching patients. Or maybe this whole thing is a good person suffering for an unjust twist of fate. The medical board also stripped Dr. Gonza of his credentials. Maybe the seemingly more respectable Dr. Hugo's had trouble with his license too. There are many pictures of a much younger Hugo and a woman with a heart-shaped face. At his medical school graduation, at a fancy dinner, both of them grinning on a broad walk somewhere, her in a white pantsuit and Hugo in a charcoal robe. A simulation of company, carefully arranged on the walls to keep him surrounded through the long days. Ghosts gathered.
Hello, again.
A man of science should cower in the face of hard evidence, destroy him with the power of observation.
I understand that you are unfamiliar with Portofino medical documentation. See? A seal from the medical board right there. That's enough.
His face crumples, head drops to his hands as he mutters something.
Voice so hushed as to be indecipherable. Unauthentifiable muttering. Compel him to speak.
I put dogs to sleep.
Dog killer.
The license is real, but it's expired 4 years ago. The medical board didn't revoke it like they did it to Gonzalo, but they declined to renew.
You know it well. The sensation of being formally fucked.
The only legitimate work I could get was veterinary. I offer family medicine services on an informal basis. But as you can see, not many families pass through here. And well, there aren't that many dogs either. Yes.
He would rather talk about anything else.
Nothing malpractice related. My record was spotless. What happened was out of my control. They actually like their pets. They prefer the person giving them end-of-life care to not do so with visible glee. I am, apparently, the more compassionate option. Oh, sure. If all you are considering is the fact that they are both made of meat.
Your flippant misunderstanding has hit a nerve. It's not the first time he's been dismissed this way.
I don't blame people for only bringing me the hopeless cases. I wouldn't even start to know how to cure mage, let alone something serious. On a case-by-case basis, if the patient isn't able to travel, it can make it easier on everyone. Though some people prefer not to associate the memory of the procedure with the place where they live. I'm going to assume that I simply misheard, and not that you just asked me if I kill human beings. On a case-by-case basis, if the patient isn't able to travel, it can make it easier on everyone. Though some people prefer not to associate the memory of the procedure with the place where they live. Yes, well, someone has to do it, right?
He'd simply prefer it weren't him.
Euthanagist is a noble profession. During the early days of the space program, the most respected member of the medical team was the one whose job it was to prepare self-termination material for the cosmonauts. That's what I tell myself. Until next time. Hello, again. And
The dummy's not some sick memento, nor a pawn in his ongoing rivalry with Gonza. That's all just set dressing. It's about the fact that he doesn't seem to have any patience. It's about the fact that he's still talking to you.
what does? Yes, meal times can be hard, but early mornings.
Getting up only to mourn another ritual.
No, sometimes. When I'm stepping out to run an errand, I'll call out that I'm leaving, or I'll announce when dinner's ready.
He flinches, as if you've pinched him. Exactly the reminder that he's using the presence upstairs to try to forget.
I know. Please, stay here a moment.
The doctor returns from the room carrying a pink plastic shape. He hands it to you with a heavy sigh.
Tell Gonzalo. You know what? Don't tell him anything. Until next time.
Bored? I say the same thing to you. What do you want? What did the swine do this time? What? No! Don't lie about things like that. No! No, 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 no! You don't get it. Only real doctors get burned by the board. If we're both operating without a license, then... who's to say I'm no better than that slug? He couldn't compete with me in his wildest dreams. That's why this is so galling. They must have discredited him just to provoke me. Is the only explanation. See if they can get me to capitulate. To come crawling back begging for them to renew my license, of course. agree to monthly peace tests and fucking group therapy sessions. Well, not today. I say to them, no one, and I mean no one, except for the cancerous hand of biological fucking decay, will bring Gonzalo E.S. Gonza to his knees. Yes, enough. Meta Gonza. I'll have to hose him down after whatever that swine Hugo Abe has done to him. But it doesn't matter. He's home. Shut the fuck up.
The doctor eagerly reaches for the wiretapped medical dummy and stares lovingly into its eyes.
Next time you should get the payment up front. I could fuck you over, you know. Most in my profession would. Here, let me know if you need more. Store's open. Aren't we fucking all? Fucking amateurs. Cocaine kicks you in the balls when you're tired. Reduxel makes you an athlete, but it's a dissociative, so it can get weird, which is what you want. Then there's a Neuropin. Use that for whenever you need to focus and get some clever shit done. Real brain turbo. To utter those words, what a life. Adios, patient.
Baby, love to. The GMs, half of them owe me money. Some grew up and viewed us. We fried plantains on the same radiators. This is my... Yeah? That's good. It be in boar season and all. If I were to stay away from anyone, it'd be the carabineros. These fuckers don't fix problems. They pull them out like teeth. Suspicion, that's all. No good talking about it. Take a break. With pleasure. Breaking into houses and hearts. All right. I'll be seeing you.
You stand before Tempo's door once more. You slip the arm of the tool into the lock, exploring its cold metal viscera on feel alone. You focus into your hand until the tool becomes a part of it. You feel the pins relent, believe in your lies. A last gentle click, and the way is open. A ruined sofa with a sad story to tell. The air hums. This is a spy's death. No regular crime scene, not just motive and victim. An echo of fairy tale.
tracings of black magic. Everything glows in the dark. Traditionally a stiff drink, followed by a denial they ever existed. Update. Asset taxman. Was unknown. Now zeroed out. Multiple assailants going by the footprints. A brief struggle. Then the inevitable. The stereo system is facing away from the sofa. Think about this suboptimal room layout for a moment. It's much easier than looking at the blood. At the start, at least, this was not a clean hit. You imagine him getting his last licks in, dying roaring, slower than they betted on. All teeth and fury and cunts. The aftermath was the point. This is a warning. A slow, cold needle to your soul. The blood is curdled and cracked, the color of old brick. A week ago, maybe more. The way espionage crises always go. People collide in slow motion, gripping the outer edges half blind. Bodies mount, telephones ring. Mere minutes into the match and the away crowd are silenced by a stark scoreboard. Enemies 2, Cascade 0. On the desk are a grey notebook, an e-terminal, and a broken photo frame, face down. Next to the frame is an eye with a long single teardrop, shaped out of a fine white powder. The eye of your enemy, waiting to greet you. It's soft and ringed. The word accounts is written across the top in black marker. A thicket of serial numbers, dates, columns and rows cover the pages top to bottom, along with shorthand references to incomes and outgoings. You notice the handwriting completely changes in the more recent entries. The first dates back years, harsh-lined, heavy-handed, all capitals. Tempos. The second set is an elaborate looping cursive. Some of the eyes have little hearts instead of dots. There are none. The first set of handwriting even uses the word cunt with the same wild abandon as the second. It would be quite rare for a rupturing artery to entice one into calligraphy. The heart suggests a compassionate touch, maybe even a human relations department. A list of names, titles, and compensation. One of the rows has been firmly crossed out with aggressive black lines. Ignatz. Nothing in the archives. Rent, utilities, and other minor operating costs, including travel. Multiple instances of round-trip tickets between Portofino and Acquair de la Luz. You avert your gaze. The crying powder eye stares at you. Your finger returns to you with a dusting of white. Power plant. Herschel, no. Nothing good or bad happens.
The eye is no longer weeping. It is a signal. The crudeness of it points towards a sick joke by the weeping eye. The eye watches you. The eye dissipates. As you turn the frame around, dust falls and a blade of light momentarily obliterates the row of faces presented. Inside your stomach, Spider's skull. A surprise attack launched from your own past. Here you all are. Taxman. Estoc. Virtue. Radiant. Kindred. Holocene. Cascade. Your former network, known to the Opera as. Unknown to you as those friends you left to die 5 years ago. A set of implements arrayed upon a workbench. Your people. None of them meet your eye, apart from you, the only one looking down the camera. They were counting on you, and you abandoned them. While they thought of you, you thought only of yourself. You selfish little child. What a thoughtful gesture. Very late, but very thoughtful. You slip the photo out of the frame, into your pocket. Pressing against your heart once more. You did what the assignment called for, what you were told to do. For Cascade, all will be forgiven. A fatal case of sentimentality, leading cause of death among old assets and spies. He wanted to keep you all around. Too late. Fading lights in the fog. You are here now, under attack. The goal difference after the previous outing. Enemies, 7. Cascade, 0. Count today's set pieces and you're on 9-0. That's the relegation zone. The manager's position is in jeopardy. Beneath the photo, and your heart, a tug. The window to your right. Did someone see you come in here? The desk is as you left it. It doesn't turn on. Someone's cut the cord. You turn from the desk, back to the ransacked room. You can make out an impression of the bazaar beyond the window, obscured by dust and grime. You gather up your sleeve and exhale onto the window, where your breath reveals a clear handprint in the dust. The condensation from your breath fades, taking the print with it. It hums with free-flowing commerce. Pensioners with oversized bags, teenagers carrying skewers of fried shrimp, dockers moving pallets off the canal. An unusual shape breaks the pattern. A large orange figure, sliding between the stalls. Glancing up at the office. Too much and too often. The man from the photo shop. A possible cover. Something flashy to distract from something ugly. Of course, in espionage, coincidence is folklore. Known to the opera as the Whole Sick Crew. You can make out an impression of the bazaar beyond. Across the canal as the
Can't let you past. We got a mother situation. You don't get it. I'm talking about the mother of thousands, queen of the backway boars. She's been spotted. It's not safe for civilians. The main entrance to the east. Please do not panic. The mother took out a whole squad of carabineros once. Bullets bounced right off her hide. Ate the faces of every one of them. And their big hats, too. A man? There's no one there. And you got better odds with the man than with the mother. Good. Morito always advises that.
The smuggler inclines his head in silent recognition.
Surprised you did. It's got some of the local sailors scared. Nothing human. One man, trustworthy guy, reckons he saw something thrashing around in the cabin. A beast, he said.
It must be slain. When jolt of fear snaps through you, but you manage to not let it show.
Wouldn't like to guess. Might just be another drunkard's tale. The sea's got plenty of those. Why not? Ever heard of Karuk's Fold? There's a shadow in the depths. Bigger than any ship. Sailors' diaries and logbooks stretching back centuries mention it. Different tongues, same stories. Could be a massive coral ridge, maybe a large guyo. But the reports I know of agree on two things. First, the shadow moves. Maybe, but if so, it's territorial. A deep-sea whale, a squid, they tend to cover distances. Whatever's down there doesn't. And the second thing. Some sailors swear they've seen lights far below. Not always, but when the sea's dark enough. Blinking. Rastamian folklore calls it a deep mason. A giant of sorts. A protector. I doubt that's it, but it's the image I grew up with. Anyway, stories are stories. Whatever's on that unmoored boat probably is a lot more mundane. I saw Lockpicking looked professional. Shit. Tell me. Multiple people.
Cowards.
And the boss man. Good. Fuck me. Tempo, our leader is dead. Do you know why they went after him? All right. These people should know. I'll make arrangements.
Tell him to not go into that office himself. He shouldn't see.
An errand boy for the Weeping Eye. Ignaz worked here for a spell, until he was spotted taking bribes from outsiders.
In exchange for keeping tabs on Tempo, the logic holds, given what you found in the office.
Good riddance to him and that hideous trench coat.
There it is. The man from Photo 24. And the one sniffing after you. You have his name. He stands still, shoulders loose, sunglasses catching the pale light. In his lenses, the bizarre shifts, half blurred.
Yeah, you got a fan. Couldn't confirm it's him. They slinked away quick.
Still, he'd bet on the flashy jacket prick. End of the line, coming up fast. Soon you'll be drooling just like Pseudopod.
I don't carry. Forget the back alleys. Head east, past the office. There's a spot before the stalls. No railing there. You should be able to hop down and lose them for a bit. Make for the main entrance.
The roundabout's wide open. It'd be hard for a tail to not give themselves away.
Done. I saw. Lockpicking looked professional. Similar to Tempo?
He furrows his brow.
So, Tempo first, then the man who came to meet him, in your stead. I see a connection. Or it's ugly and personal, as these things tend to become. I was planning to handle it myself.
Post-mortem loyalties. Sign of a well-cultivated asset.
You serious? All right. I can find someone.
He doesn't have to like it, but his nights will be kinder for it.
What else? Shit. Tell me.
He hardens his jaw.
And the boss man. There won't be one. Fuck me. Tempo, our leader is dead. Do you know why they went after him? My guess too, though I don't blame you. Tempo was very capable of fucking himself over, all on his own. These people should know. I'll make arrangements.
Tell him to not go into that office himself. He shouldn't see.
Shit. Tell me.
He inhaled.
I'm the boss man. Good. Do you know why they went after him? Good. These people shouldn't.
Tell him to not go into that office and...
Then why bring it up at all?
He lowers his head in brief salute. A click somewhere inside. The world slows. A sudden release of epinephrine into the bloodstream. Danger. Line of sight. You lock eyes with the man from the photo shop. He cradles something within his coat. His words return. A little photo should not count as a crime. It's not like it's a loaded gun or something. The time to act is now. Two paths are before you. Go straight or go down. Engage functional invisibility and waltz right out in front of his eyes. Become translucent, refract light, hide in plain sight. Functional invisibility is an advanced cognitive maneuver. These tactics are not officially recognized by the Operant Bureau, though operants share rumors of their success. Two paths are before. Engage functional invisibility. Become Functional invisibility is an advanced cognitive maneuver. These tactics are not officially recognized by the Operant Bureau, though operants share rumors of their success. Your opponent looks this way, then that. He thought he saw his target, but there's no one there. Just nondescript masses going about their business. Atoms shiver as you pass through them. He turns his head in your direction. For just a moment, the world is invisible too. Your form may flicker, but keep focused and the disguise will hold. The exit is in sight, tantalizingly close. And so is he. You hear the whine of a 50cc engine. A small tuk-tuk appears in your peripheral vision.
Yo, Operacant, this way!
teenager and a tuk-tuk called you a cunt. They may be an ally. You may not have a choice. Your cloak of indifference holds. You don't know her, but she seems to know you. A teenager and a tuk-tuk called you a cunt. They may be an ally. You may not have a choice. Only one way to find out. Your technique is flawless and beautiful. One wonders what other secrets the opera may be keeping from you. Is it skill, intuition, or luck? A matter for the philosophers. You move unseen. The tuk-tuk bleats its horn. Your escape is imminent.
Come on, time to move.
The man's hand slips out of his coat. He grips a camera tightly to himself. You race towards the waiting tuk-tuk and hoist yourself up.
One of those nights. Kansa Kimbo.
The girl gives you a quick, not exactly kind once-over from behind a dark cigarette and crescent nose. Ouroboros Black, Tempo's brand.
And you must be his so-called friend, Herschel. Tempo talked a lot about you. Said you'd be late, too.
Your former asset was swapping secrets with a teenage girl. What is occurring here? Not that. Probably. The man was a committed homosexual.
All of it's gone wrong. Someone took Tempo out. The whole way out. Who do you think found the blood? He's dead. Turbo dead. Sorry. Very too late. Tempo had enemies in every direction. Take your pick. Sure, Herschel. Weeping Eye, or the Carabineros, or the Azzurri mob. Maybe they want to go to the mattresses again. Fuck you care anyway. Tempo always called you a friend. 5 years, no words. Some friend. Then rely on the ones you can see, adult. Do you think I killed him? School's out, Herschel. Points are downstream from action.
Carried from a nearby apartment, a piano melody floats through the room as if on small wings.
Anyway, he's gone. So now it's me or it's nothing.
The girl studies her half-dead cigarette and falls silent. You can hear her silence. Don't trust you with the big stuff yet, fuck off.
From the photo on Tempo's desk. That was all of you, right? The whole sick crew? 6 constant Tempo. That's what I think. Let me see. You kinda look like a band. One of those old ones that imploded. The ritual, obviously. Has it started yet, or what? Keep joking. It's only your life. Cascade or nothing. Tell her Taxman is ready to begin the ritual. That was Tempo's message to the opera. What's it mean?
Horoscope. Not a term from the Opera Bureau's playbook. It's a tempo styling for something significant. All gravitas and enigma.
I would, actually. I just saw you in action. I thought you were high up in the opera or something. Tempo said you were top floor, brightest spy in the sky.
Uh-oh. Tempo didn't know they shelved you after 91. He thought you were still respected, revered even.
Isn't that just spy talk for somebody fucked up? You're supposed to be the Great Cascade. Pockets full of answers. Tempo used to say it, so yeah, I do know what it means. Nothing anymore. Probably some coke shit. He practically had a feeding bag attached near the end. Maybe he did, and maybe it'll mean something more later. Gotta forgive yourself these days, I hear.
The girl closes her eyes, then opens them again. Smoke drifts from her nostrils.
Quiet, Herschel. I sense the presence of spirits. They want to commune with us.
Kid never mentioned she's a medium.
Yes, I hear them. They're close. They're whispering. Ritual's completely fucked. It's gone. Unless you can find this old Luthian guy. Before Temple got knuckle flicked off the board, he was setting up a massive deal with some Luthian guy who's like 1,000 years old. Someone way high up. My best guess? This ritual's all tied up in that.
Ritual, deal. You could easily hear Tempo exchanging one word for the other.
Temple called it a blow for culture in defiance of all known laws. And he said that if he fucked this one, the weeping eye would kill us all. He said this numerous times.
The exit papers you discovered at the shrine grow a little heavier in your pocket.
Seems that prophecy is coming to pass. Temple was first, a blood sacrifice in his own office. Next is me. Then you, probably, if you're still around. You're part of this deal now.
With your old friend, it was never one deal. Always a tangle of side bets, optional riders and overlapping interests. Arranged in such a way that Tempo always wound up across the table from himself.
I never knew his name, or his new name. But yeah, that's him. Where'd you get that? You mean the shrine with all the pictures of dead people? Good fucking omen. This Dante prick disappears a couple of weeks back. Gets snatched, vanishes. Like that. Said some hyper-incriminating shit into the phone that everyone knows is tapped. Extremely schoolboy error. Tempo's on the other end. Hears him get taken. Black bag job. Now he's locked up in some secret jail, saying who knows what to who knows who. Right. Malin. Said her dad turned into thin air. She doesn't smile much anymore. Not a great look when you're trying to sell parties to people. You should see her fucking receipts. Yeah, it's right under the flashing neon sign that says, "Secret jail this way." Sorry. It's been a tense couple of weeks. I don't know where this jail is. Spy stuff, your world. I'm useless here. This old guy getting snatched really spooked Temple. Like weapons-grade coke binge spooked. Last time I saw him, he was bleeding out of his nose and talking very seriously about fate. Starfuckery? You heard wrong. When he was really out of it, he'd scream curses into the sky at them. I'm not on coke, but I am spooked to fuck. You need to find this old Lucian guy and either just bust him out or shut him up. If this ancient prick spills on our massive deal, we're all fucked. You, me, and everyone.
This is her way of asking for help. She needs a friend.
You do. Thanks. Tempo said you come through for him. For us. So find that old prisoner, Herschel, and come through. Yep. Tempo offered him safe passage through Portofino. Set him up with a new life. He was good at moving people and making them up.
Human smuggling. Risky, yes, but not exactly earth-shattering.
The techno-fascist nursing home? Who knows? Probably death in some form. Something he called the Mega Violator. I would say conceptual object, but it exists.
Dildo nom de guerre, in recognition of its heft.
The illuminated cunt never came through with it. Or at least, he didn't have the chance. So who knows where that got to? Only shot we got. It's you and me, Herschel. One cunt down, two more behind the ghost of him.
Her hand reflexively reaches for the cigarette packet jammed into her left bra strap. She smacks the packet once against the side of her head, then flips open the top and plucks one out. A far too familiar gesture. Something grinds and sparks against the inside of your skull. At the aerotram stop with Tempo, fog-stained and matted with rain. The final time that both of you felt certain would not be the final time. He smacked the packet on the side of his head before offering you a smoke. You do it too sometimes, without realizing it, when you're thinking of those days.
We host here, Hush? Firm grip needed. These things tend to bite and scratch. Anything from our dream kid?
Kindred, unreachable for the last 16 hours. The screech and groan of your aerotram arriving.
You should probably get on that. Don't worry about me, I'll be alright. Take care, you dim cunts.
Yo, ground control to Herschel. You look like my grandmother during an absence seizure. Closer than most, I would say. Yeah. Don't count me out, Herschel. I might be even better. My name's Yana, and I'm the fucking man. He's not my boyfriend. We were just hanging out for a while. Maybe we still are. Whatever. Yeah, it's terminal, unfortunately. Some cunt has me in his crosshairs. A cunt with weird headphones and a shit mustache.
The Ultravioletti encountered this man. He scared them.
You met him?
The girl shrugs and becomes very interested in her cigarette.
I don't know. And Tempo had no fucking clue either. But he was very scared of him. Way ahead of you. I'm in the middle of smoking this cunt out. My acid is already in theater. Cryptonym, Scarf. Yes, obviously. But also, do I?
Overplaying it needlessly. The Operant Bureau's instructors would have a lot of notes.
Use your spy shit. Make contact. Tell him I approved the meet. Not remotely. But Scarf has gotten close to the target. Mostly through sheer fucking luck. Also, you can tell him that my schedule freed up this weekend, so I could see him for like 1 hour, maybe. As long as nothing better comes up, which it might. Good. I like enemies. They solidify my fucking position. But you know what solidifies it even more? Non-stop odd shit with you. No, other people taking care of those enemies for me. Ignatz, area clown with shit taste in jackets. He used to work at the bazaar, till Temple sacked him. Photos? Weird. Temple thought maybe he was in with the Weeping Eye. Carmona's got dye in her brain or something. Whatever she comes out with, assume the opposite. Either way, Kuntz just bought himself a lifetime ban from the bazaar. Welcome to the delinquent heap.
His second banning that you've been witness to. He's a ban magnet. The girl inspects the disc over the top of her cigarette.
This is one of those Einzelfucks Petre won't shut up about. Never. They're meant to be pretty rare, aren't they?
Pseudopod has unlocked one of life's secret endings.
I know she's missing, but that's no state secret. Whole world knows that. Kidnapped, I heard. Sad end if it's true.
A flash of your abandoned double, alone in a lonely room.
Lying in fucking wait. Where did you get that anyway?
Hold your cards close for now, Operant. All remains tilted. Be open with her. This girl is not your enemy. She may yet be your ally.
People don't just leave rare shit like that lying around. Highly weird. Still weird, but L-pop's an all-ages deal. No judgment by me. Dipped one in nitroglycerin. Fair warning.
Her fingers are spangled with violet glitter. The girl tilts her head up and offers a half shrug. The smoke swirls lazily in your chest.
Don't think you're getting another one, because you're not. Me and Marco. Probably his smile? Fine, but also not great. I barely had time to see him. That makes a couple of us. It's weird. When he's around, he annoys me and I want out. But when he's not there after he's gone, he becomes like the best person ever in my mind, even though he hasn't changed. Maybe. We'll see. I hope we can.
They won't make it.
Moving on. All right, Herschel. Psychologize me. Yeah, I did some odd job shit around there. Admin stuff for Tempo. Became his assistant, basically. Maybe, yeah. Some fucking kingdom. I was just Yana. The bazaar took me in. Tempo kept me. I don't think so. The bazaar's receipts don't think so either. People say the culture goes backwards, or downhill, or whatever the fuck. There's only one real blockade to culture. Blind and deafen yourself. Then maybe you're protected. Anything else? No chance. Probably where I left them.
Push a little harder and she'll open up. This girl wants to tell you things.
Who are you, social services? Fuck off. Probably where I left.
Push a little harder and she'll open up. This girl wants to tell you things.
Last time I checked. Mom's a swimming instructor. My dad creates radio jingles for a local station. It was for a while. I'll check in on them someday. I'm retired. More trouble than they're worth, in my experience. I've got one friend. Might be all you need. We friends now, Hirsch? Okay, cool. Looks like I have 1.5 friends. I keep her locked in a room next door. Anything else? We had a professional arrangement. Now we have an extremely personal one. I was here. That's all. Hold on. Don't I get another name? Like how Tempo was Taxman?
Could go with Tax Girl. Strong thematic resonance.
Get thinking then. And it better not be Tax Girl, or I'll kick off. Speak your piece. Keep your powder dry, Herschel.